Hey, here we are. The show was scheduled for 2 p.m. It is 2 p.m. still and 58 seconds. So technically, I'm early. Yo. Welcome to the Football Power Hour. We are going to talk. We're going to hopefully, this thing is being streamed live. Let me see. Because I tried to do this show earlier and it was not working on YouTube. It was on Twitch. And so this is attempt number 2. Am I live? I don't even know what's live anymore. I don't know. I'm on. Yeah. Thank you, Luan. Thank you. Shout out to you, Luan. Shout out to Stephen James. Shout out to Stephanie. Shout out to everybody that all pulled up to the previous stream. Wait. Am I not live, Stephen? Please stop trolling. And also, I see your picture. You're trolling. You got Ruben Amorim looking like Professor Amorim when he's 90 years old. Nah. You're trolling, Stephen. But I'm happy that you have that picture of Ruben because I want to talk about him today. And I think this is the best time to talk about him when we are not in turmoil as a fan base, particularly like after that Chelsea game. If we had lost that game, this whole week would have been Ruben out, Ruben Amorim out. It would have been just too much. But I'm here to tell you my reasons for supporting this manager. And if you're Ruben Amorim out, that's your prerogative. And I will not try and convince you to be Ruben Amorim in. But if you're somewhere in the middle, you may like some of the things that I'm going to say. You may resonate. Some of them may resonate with you. Some of them may not. But I took some time to do a little bit of research and a little bit of thinking as well. And just being like, why do I want Ruben Amorim to succeed? Is it because I just want, it's here's the thing. It's not because I have this, I backed Eric Ten Hag, now I have to back Ruben Amorim. It's because I actually have been taking a closer look at some of the statistical data that has been provided for this season. So we're going to talk about that with a little bit more depth. So I appreciate you being here. Let's stick around and talk about it. I want to know where you stand at the beginning of this video and maybe also at the end of this video. Maybe you might have a little bit more hope and optimism after this show. I don't care if you call me an Amorim sexual, Steven. Okay? Listen, I want Ruben Amorim to succeed, and I think he will succeed. You listen for a second, Steven. Here's the thing. There are things that frustrate me about Ruben Amorim right now, this season. Some of them include, this very mysterious game management strategies that he employs. I'm talking specifically about some of the substitutions that he makes. When you need a goal, he brings in a new center half. You're like, what's the center back going to do? But Ruben has been consistently doing this. And I'm sure there's a method to the madness. I'm still trying to understand that one. I'm not saying I fully understand it yet, but my guess would be that he's trying to manage the injuries and trying to make sure that like he manages he expects a certain output from a center back, and throughout the game there is a moment where he feels like a certain particular central center back is dropping in levels and he wants to maintain specific levels. So that is my guess. That one I have no logical explanation at the moment as to why Ruben Amorim likes this perpetual substitution of a center back. Was yet to understand that. But put that aside for a moment. There's still other cons, other things that like annoy me about Ruben Amorim. Yes, his lack of formation flexibility, right? I personally would like a manager that plays two formations. Personally, why? It's very simple. Sometimes some formations may be overpowering you in a game, and you need your players to be very intimately familiar with a particular system that's slightly different from your primary system. So you can have plan A and plan B. Very simple, right? But Ruben Amorim chooses not to have a plan B, but he chooses to modify plan A, um, and still stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. You remember the guy that used to say that? But anyway, Ruben Amorim likes to stick with the plan. And his plan is very different from what we've been used to in the last couple of years. I'll say the last 5 years at Manchester United. Matter of fact, even the class of '92 don't even talk. They talk about this, saying, "Yeah, Ruben Amorim, this back three formation is not gonna work." You know, we've never done it at Manchester United, and for me, those type of people give the vibe that they don't want to give this system a chance at all. And consequently, they don't want to give Ruben Amorim a chance because sometimes you're not going to have a particular system that is very different from your DNA, and be employed in a with players that have never actually played a back three before, and let alone play as a team before. And it's very rare for all of that to just like new system, new players, everything takes off, and it's a perfect match in heaven. That rarely happens, especially at Manchester United. Maybe other clubs is different, where the expectations are different, the media scrutiny is different, the fans' expectations are also different. So just because it worked at Crystal Palace does not mean it's going to work at Manchester United. And I'm using Crystal Palace as an example, not because Glasner also plays a similar system. But the point that I'm trying to make right now is that there are people, naysayers, people like Stephen James, people like Vegeta, people like Pav, people like Wrap Up Haven, Joe Black, the list goes on. In this community, people that do not want to give this a chance. That's a bottom line, right? Now, whenever something new is introduced, there has to be like a period of adaptation, a period of like learning that you have to give. And some people go back to the argument that, yeah, well, Ruben Amorim, he had last season. Why are we still not seeing improvement? He's been in charge for 48 games and he's only had 19 wins. That's less than 40% win percentage, and that's bad. As a matter of fact, in the Premier League itself, I think his percentage is about 26%, which is really bad. Why yet to win back-to-back games? It's really not looking good. But nevertheless, I'm here to tell you why why somebody like me still feels like there is potential for a bright future with Ruben Amorim. So if you're just joining in, make sure you stick around till the end, because we're going to talk about statistics. We're going to talk about data. And then saying yappa yappa 20% win rate. Listen. It's not just about the win rate that we have to be focused on. It's about something that we mention a lot in this channel and with a lot of other fans of other football clubs as well. Expected goals. Let's talk about expected goals for a second. What is expected goals? We've heard this term being tossed around, but what is the definition of expected goals? Quick Google search will tell you that it is a statistical measure that calculates the probability of a shot resulting in a goal on a scale of 0 to 1 based on the shot's characteristics and historical data. Now, models analyze factors like shot distance, angle, body part, uh, assist type, pattern of play to predict the likelihood of a goal happening, right? And this provides a fairer assessment of a team's or a player's chance creation than traditional metrics like shots on target. It's a little bit more of an advanced way of looking at like how a team has done in a particular game, in the shots that they took, and the probability of those shots being actually converted into a goal. So, in essence, expected goal calculates the quality of chance creation that a system that a particular team is playing provides, right? And like to simplify it again, it's shot location on like the distance or the angle of the shot type. Is it a header? Is it with a foot, or is it with a thigh? You know, it's whether that is the second thing, and then the context, the assist type. Is it a through ball? Is it a cross? Is it a fast break where a player is on a one-on-one situation? There are all these variables that come into play when you're calculating XG, expected goals, right? So to summarize, expected goals means the quality of chances created. There's another stat that will be of interest, by the way. Let me see if I can pull up our last game versus Chelsea, and we'll look at the stats together and try and dissect what they mean. So let me share the screen for with you for a moment. Big up to Riri in the building, everybody that's in the building, overhead kick TV in the house. Shout out to you, my broski. So yeah, we're talking XG right now. And this is what I want to share with you about XG. Share image. Boom. Boom. Okay, so what we're looking at right here is Manchester United versus Chelsea, NN's team. We're looking at the expected goals, XG, that we just talked about. But there's a particular statistic that is of particular interest. This one at the bottom right here, called expected goals on target. XGOT. Right? What does this hold on, wrap up? Hold on. What does this XGOT mean? Wrap up. XGOT is another metric that you should be familiar with. And it differs from expected goal because it is a football analytics metric that evaluates the quality of an on-target shot by considering the location of the shot within the goal itself, rather than just the shot's initial placement. So it provides a modified probability of a goal being scored, taking into account shot placement, goalkeeper's influence, and other shot characteristics, making it a valuable tool for assessing players' finishing ability and goalkeeper performance. Now, XGOT, in summary, XGOT is the quality of the finish. XG is the quality of the chance creation. Are you with me, wrap up? I'm particularly looking at you and Steven and Pav and everybody that like listen. Expected goals on target is the quality of the finish, right? A shot that's hit towards the top right corner, top bin, has a higher XGOT, right? And then expected goal is the chance creation that the formation, that the system is providing the team with. Clear? I think it's clear. It's got extra garbage. Dude is so bad doesn't even want to hear it. But I think it's clear. I think it's matter of fact, even when you go to this, wait, it's got a question right here. What does expected goals mean? Let's see the definition here. Expected goals is a measurement of the quality of a shot. Period. Right? A team's XG number for a match is an indication of how many goals they could have been expected to score given the chances that they created. Now, why am I bringing this up? That's the question, right? We can look at our game versus Chelsea, and you can see right now, you can see that we had a higher expected goals, XG, 1.84, and then a higher expected goals on target, 1.87. So effectively, we outperformed our expected goals on target when you're looking at the actual score and what our XGOT is. But there's something that's really, really, really striking that you have to look at the two teams' expected goals and see that we have a higher XG than Enzo Maresca's team. Why? The quality of the chances that we created versus Chelsea were better than what the opposition did. Right? Now. Before Steven cusses me out, listen. Let's forget Man United for a second. Let's look at a team that is top of the league, Liverpool. Let's look at Liverpool's expected. Let's see how Liverpool has been doing for just one moment. Okay. Let's look at Liverpool's game versus let's pick a team. Maybe it could be versus, let's say, Bournemouth. Liverpool played Bournemouth. And Liverpool versus Bournemouth stats are as follows. They beat Bournemouth 4-2, right? Liverpool beat Bournemouth 4-2. Eketika, Gakpo, Chiesa, and Salah scoring. But what do the actual stats say beyond just the goals that you see on the scoreline? Okay, so let's unpack this and get to the bottom of it. Here I have one window, which is the Liverpool Everton. But right now, I want to start first with the Liverpool Bournemouth game, which happened, I believe, on the 14th of September. Let me just double check that. No, this was Burnley. Okay, let's start with Burnley. Let's start with Burnley since I have Burnley open right here. This is why it's important to not just look at the score line, but look at the performance of a team. And when you look at these stats, let's scroll down. Boom. Liverpool have 2.65 XG, but a 1.18 XGOT. So they are outperformed. They outperformed Burnley because Burnley has a 0.00 GOT, but that XG is higher than the XGOT. So they were actually, it's funny when you look at it, it's 2.65 XG that Liverpool had, right? Which is high. But over here, you can tell that the finishing is actually not as good as it needs to be. The quality of Liverpool's finishing is not as good as it needs to be, especially in this game versus Burnley. That is why it was a last minute. Salah won it with a penalty, 1-0. This game they should have lost. Okay, all right. Let's go. Let's go to Liverpool versus Everton. Let's go to Liverpool versus Everton, and we can get a little bit of a clearer sense now. Like when you look at Liverpool versus Everton, these are the stats for Liverpool Everton: 0.9 xG and 1.1 xGOT. What does this mean? That finishing outperformed the chances that they created. So in this game, Liverpool were more clinical than what the system was doing. And now it's by no coincidence that people that watch this game, like, they feel like, oh, Liverpool just barely got out of this with 3 points. They scammed a result. Let's go to another game. Liverpool versus, let's say, Newcastle. Let's go to Liverpool versus Newcastle. When did that game happen? Let's see. Liverpool versus Newcastle. This was on. Was it the? We had. This was prior to the international break, I believe. They played Arsenal on the 31st. Since I have the Arsenal result here, let's see actually how they did, what that XG looks like. Because there's a reason why I'm bringing up the Liverpool stats, and we're going to come back to Man United. But I just want you to get a sense of like how they are doing in this metric. And then we're going to come back to Manchester United. So Liverpool, you can tell right now versus Arsenal, it was a very, very, very cagey game. That's why Liverpool won 1-0. But they have a 0.5 XG and a 0.27 XGOT. So they actually were not as clinical as they should have been. Arsenal were actually a little bit much better with the quality of their finishes, even though they lost the game. You know what I'm saying? So now when we come back to our team at Manchester United, you're going to have a little bit more hope if you understand this the way I'm looking at it, which is we are actually top of the table in terms of XG. Not only that, we are underperforming, terribly underperforming in terms of XGOT. This is how the expected goals table looks, by the way. Boom. This is provided by understat.com. And when you look at it, right, Liverpool is at the top of the table. But when you click on XG, Manchester United has 9.81 XG. That one right there. So the thing is, what this means is that Ruben Amorim's 3-4-3 is actually providing the best quality of chances per game, because every other team is also judged by the same matrix, same model with regards to that particular system that they are playing. Manchester United is creating the higher quality of chances in the last 5 games. That's what we're looking at, by the way. The last 5 games in the Premier League. This gets more interesting, by the way, when you can be like, but you know what, your XG will deceive you, blah blah blah. It's just a whole bunch of garbage. Just the same way Wrap Up has been talking, and Franciam is also talking. But listen. There is something else you have to notice. There's something else at play here. Another stat that you Another thing that that might give you hope. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. Please, if it's not making sense, let me know, because we're gonna look at how we are doing compared to other teams. This is from Sky Sports, right? They're showing you how we rank according to other teams in the Premier League right now. Our XG is first, as we've seen in the table that I just showed you, but our shot conversion is at 17. What was 17? We're doing. We got 7.4% in terms of shot conversion, which is bad, really bad. We are first in terms of total shots that have been taken. 81 shots we've taken. We're number one, right? You'll be like, listen, this is not a useful way to go, Botswana. Why are you doing this to yourself? I will tell you why I'm doing this to myself. So let's roll back the years a little bit. 20 last year, right? Ten Hag's last season. In our first 5 games, do you know where we were? I'll show you where we were after 5 games. Sixth in terms of XG. Isn't it a little bit interesting that after 5 games, if you look at the team that's number one, Liverpool was top of the table in terms of XG, and then we fast forward till the end of the season, Liverpool won. Oh, it's only 1 year, Botswana. What are you talking about? Stop it. Okay, if it's only 1 year, let's go to the year prior to that. Let's go to the year prior to that. Eric Ten Hag's 23-24 was his last season. 22-23, second season. Okay? 22-23, Eric's second season. Look at that. Where are we? Below 10th in terms of XG. Who won the league last year? It's no coincidence that the teams that end up first or second, that already after 5 games having a higher XG. All right, you say, Botswana, you only looked at 2 years. All right. Let's look at the year prior to that. Eric Ten Hag's first season, because 22-23 was second, right? 21-22 is what we got to look at next. Just the first 5 games. We're just looking at the first 5 games. Right? We did 2022. We did 2023, 2024. Did we do 2022 to 2023? I think we just did that one. This one, right? Yep. And now let's go 1 year back. 2021 to 2022. This one was, that year was Ollie's last season. Guess where we are after 5 games in terms of expected goals? Third. Now, there's something that is a correlation here. Even if you're not a stats person, I can tell you this. If your system is creating chances, not just chances, quality of chances, that high quality chances, there's a higher probability that you'll be high in the table at the end of the season. I'm not saying we're going to mount a title charge or anything like that, but I'm just telling you right now that we have been creating chances. We are creating chances, and the thing that is letting us down is the quality of finishing. the XGOT, expected goals on target. And we can see from Ole's last season to Eric Ten Hag's other seasons, and now this season, why we can actually look at this metric with a little bit more of a serious eye and say there is something that is going on that is encouraging, because it's not all doom and gloom. There are some people in here that are programmed by other YouTube content creators. There are some people in here that are programmed by other media. It could be whatever media news they read, Twitter, the Daily Mirror, whatever, that are experiencing. Part of it is the trauma that we've experienced the last couple of years. But all I'm telling you right now, with all these stats and all these definitions of expected goals and expected goals on target, that we are statistically creating chances, not just chances, but chances of high quality, that if we continue in this rate, we'll be collecting apology receipts for everybody that has said Ruben Amorim out. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? I'm going to share the link for anybody that wants to talk about this. Apparently an intervention is needed. What happened in the shower? What did I smoke? It's because I have stickers on my cap? Nah, man. I'm just telling you, yeah, well, I did study stats, yes. But I want to share this perspective with you and tell you that we are actually way better than a lot of people think. And there's the stats to back it up. Let's bring in Peter first of all. Big up, Peter.
Yo, can you bring me in next, bro?
Okay, I'll bring you after We Deserve Better. Let me talk to my brother. We deserve better. What's going
Oh my God. What happened to you today?
What do you mean what happened to
I
me?
feel like I need to call emergency services after listening to that for 20 minutes.
Bro, come on. It's like this. Expected goals and expected goals on target. Two different metrics that give us a sign of like what's going on with our results. Why are we not getting the results we want? We deserve better. The reason why things look bad is because we haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net. The team is creating chances, and with a system is actually
Oh
creating.
my God. He's still talking.
No, I'm serious. Okay, you tell me what you think about
I had
that.
to get myself out of the kitchen. Do you know the knife was right next to my ears? I thought, right, I have to cut these out.
No. Is this giving you any solace at all? Any hope? Come on, tell me.
The smidgen of hope I had died in the last 20 minutes. About everything.
Nate, no. Come on, man. Come on. No, it can't be like that, bro. Listen, it's not.
And you do this for a living.
No, tell me, which part did I lose you? Which part did I lose you? Where did I lose you?
Oh my God. All right, look, I get the point. Look, the whole kind of conversation is about backing the manager. I mean, I can't even be serious. Seriously. I don't even know what planet I'm on anymore.
Riri says you lost me at the start. I'm sorry to make your head hurt.
Oh my days.
All the stats are saying is that we're bad finishing. We're bad. And if you had to rank everybody in the league, we're around 70. We're bottom half of the table. But the chances we're creating are really good.
Don't ever fly a plane because there's no landing strip. They're going to let you fly. They're going to say, stay in the air.
But I spent my morning, we deserve Vanta, putting these things together.
No, no, don't tell me that. Say you just had got this idea a couple of minutes ago. We'll go easy on you. Don't say you had did this. Yeah, you had planning.
No, no, because we're talking the first 5 games, and it's important to look. No, no, honestly, when you look at
Oh my
the
god.
last couple of seasons, look at the last couple of seasons. The teams that have had like the better quality of chances created have had the most success. No,
You might have take me out.
get out of here. Nah. Oh boy, Shay.
Has anyone seen Chelsea Dan? Has anyone seen Riley?
Riley and NN, they've been hiding, They've been hiding. Those Chelsea men them have been quiet all week, Shay. All
Yeah,
week.
I predicted you guys to win 2-1. It was
I
2-1.
know, I know. You got the whole 3 points. You got the whole 3 points in the predictions game. Matter of fact, I gotta show you. I'll show the table tomorrow. But
Do you
how
know
who are you playing this weekend?
Newcastle?
How are you feeling about
Away. Nervous. We need to do a watch along for that game.
I'll actually,
If you
yeah, I'm
live.
not working this weekend, Shay. So yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll do the watch along. We'll do the watch along. Um, were you listening to the lecture earlier on?
Yeah. Yeah. We
How many times did you yawn?
loads.
Yeah. Malitek, help me
Yo,
here.
yo, yo. Big
Listen,
up to everyone in the chat.
big up, broski. Listen here, Malitek. I've been talking about this thing right now. Two important matrices, because metric is singular. I think matrices is plural. But anyway, there's this thing called expected goals on target and expected goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're first on the table for expected goals.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in the bottom half of the table for expected goals on target, which measures the quality of a finish.
Mm-hmm.
Does that give you a little bit of perspective that these two statistical variables, do they give you a little bit of perspective on like, oh, we're actually not as bad as many people think. It's just us putting the ball in the back of the net.
Um, I think people always operate from PTSD standpoint. Obviously, we've been going through managers like a brothel, and now we're at this stage now where it's looking scary. Like last season, we invested heavily in the manager,
Yeah.
only for it to get to like game 10 and then we're getting rid of him. So it's looking similar. And obviously a lot of people, some people, they grow their channels off this type of stuff. Yeah, let's get rid of him, let's get rid of him.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
let's just be real and call a spade a spade. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
We've come into this season, we was expecting improvements.
Yes.
Now, I don't know about you, but the Arsenal game, I saw improvements. We was all over them. They was lucky to
Yes.
escape from
Thank
Old Trafford alive.
you. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we almost killed them, right?
Yes.
We then played. Who was our next game after that?
Matter of fact, before we even go to the next game, I want to actually pull up the so because this is the whole thing about this. I want to see how we actually did stats wise with these two matrices that we're talking about. So we played that game on August 17th, the Arsenal game. So let's look really quickly at how we actually did, because this will be a good revelation. So look at this. Aha, now I can share screen. Um we actually, Man United versus Arsenal. Uh there we go. Boom. Share. No, not this one. Hold on. Where's Man United? There it is. Boom. It's this one that I want to share. Stop this and do this one. Okay, so you can see like 1.5 xg were higher than Arsenal, and they actually had a higher got. That quality of finishing was better. You see,
Mm.
and so that means really, really, with our 1.52 xg, we should have actually got more goals, but it's just our finishing that keeps on letting us down. We should have, even from open play, you can see the xg from open play. We are levels above Arsenal. Whether you're looking stats, whether you're using the eye test, we just were not clinical.
I think what the stats tell me is that yes, we are creating a
Yeah.
lot of chances, more chances than any other team.
Mm-hmm.
But what is happening is we're also conceding the chances that we're conceding less chances, but the reason why teams are able to score, even with the fact that we're stopping them from having less chances and they're scoring from like one chance on target,
Yeah.
is because our keepers are diabolical.
Thank you. That's one.
That is one of the biggest reasons.
Yeah.
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 Our keepers, and also, do you know, like, what's happening is because we're not scoring enough goals, sometimes what will happen is we might commit too many men forward to force the goal,
Mm.
where we might need that one less man for the rest defense. So
Mhm.
what will happen is a team will go back down the other end, score with their first shot on target, and come away with either a lucky victory or a lucky point. Don't get me wrong, Man City was probably the only team that deserved to beat us this season, apart from the Grimsby. But if we
Yeah.
the Grimsby, that one don't really count. The players that played in that game, they weren't really fit. We're playing the likes of Fredrickson and them man. Them man are just getting their first start. They're not really fit.
Yeah.
Haven't really gelled as a team.
Yeah.
So if we could forgive that one to a certain extent, right? We still showed that we're a decent team in the second half
Yeah.
of that game, even though some of the players that played that day weren't fit. Other than that, right? We almost blew Fulham away
Yeah.
in that first
I
half.
mean, we missed the
Um,
penalty,
we
right?
missed the penalty,
Yeah.
and they came and they scored against us in the second half because the lack of finishing emboldened Fulham, and then Fulham actually took over the game in the second half, later in the second half of
Mhm.
that game. And to be honest, that was really the blemish. That was the first sort of blemish, and I just said, we didn't do what we're supposed to do in the second half.
Mhm.
Other than that, I wasn't really concerned up until then. And then, yeah, we went into the Man City match. We went in there with a different squad.
Burnley.
Maybe we would have needed.
You skipped
Pardon?
Burnley. Burnley. You skipped Burnley before Man City.
Oh no! Well, we done what we had to do against Burnley, and again,
Yeah.
the likes of Burnley, they were scoring with their first shots on target. If you
Yeah.
go and check the Burnley one, they
That's true.
weren't really doing nothing up until the goal. And in my head, I'm just thinking, if we have a keeper that can just, because the keeper that we signed, Lemens,
Mm-hmm.
I think something to do with his XG in terms of saving. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
his I can't really remember how the metric was exactly, but he stopped more shots going in than he was supposed to. So
Yeah.
he was overperforming his XG as a keeper.
Yeah.
So this is what we need. We don't need keepers that are calamity keepers throwing the ball into the back of the net and letting the opposition bully you. And because for me, the sample size of Bayunda
Yeah.
is diabolical.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not played so many games, but almost half of his games have been littered with mistakes. Yeah,
Correct. Correct.
there's too many mistakes in his game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk less of Onana, who's been shambolic. Yeah, and he had to get shipped out of the club. So for me, yeah,
Yeah.
what I will say to the supporters that do not believe in Manchester United right now is that
Mm-hmm.
these metrics do not lie. And
Mm.
over the course of the season, these metrics will balance themselves out.
Out.
Yeah.
You.
We played with no Rashford and some of our other bigger players, they were
Yeah.
all shipped out to other teams. So
Yeah.
we had to use the youngsters and rely on them
Yeah.
last season.
Yeah.
So but that's why some people get confused with the seasons. They're like, "Oh yeah, but this happened and that happened."
Yeah.
Listen, you're playing a new system and we got a weakened strike force. Yeah. So you have to take these things into consideration because if you now go over to Liverpool, you
Yeah.
take Salah out the team, you take Ekatike out the team, and you take, I don't know, let's say you take Isak out of the team. Where
Yeah.
do you think Liverpool's going to finish? Do you think they're going to finish in the top four? Because I tell you, they ain't. I tell
They've
you,
been
they ain't.
Liverpool has been bailed out by that finishing, actually, the quality of that finishes. So that's why you're right.
But
Like,
if you take all their finishers away from the team, they're not going to finish in the top four.
no, no, they're not. They're
In
not.
fact, they're going to be more vulnerable because when they start putting the leftover brothers
Mm-hmm.
in front to start finishing, when they don't finish, what's going to be the most vulnerable area of their team? Their back line.
Back
They're
line.
back because now we know they're not going to score. We know they can have 10, 15 chances. They ain't going to score. So what are you going to do? You're going to start throwing men forward. You're going to start getting excited. And
Yeah.
then you're going to be thinking, well, we're not scared of them. And then that's how the bigger teams start to get beaten.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
problem that we had last season.
Yes.
Teams didn't fear what was going on going forward because they knew, oh, yeah, these kids, they're predictable. They
Bali
knew this.
Balitek, I gotta, while you're on that point, because you were talking about Liverpool, Newcastle. Look at this. That expected goals on target is 2.26, but that XG is lower, way lower than that expected goals on target. So that means the few chances they had, they were clinical.
Yeah,
They
they're more
clinical
clinical.
with a K. You
Hmm.
know, like
When I
like
was telling brothers about signing Ekatike last season, people
yeah,
thought I was talking some madman talk.
yeah,
I
yeah,
weren't.
yeah. And so right now it's just a matter of, like what you said about like the fact that things will balance themselves out.
Yeah, they will. Things because literally, when I talk to brothers who are proper statisticians and they talk about XG, post XG, XG expected, this, that, and the third,
Yeah.
they always tell me that these things they have a way of balancing themselves out. So this is the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's not often that a team will have like 20 shots plus shots on goal, like 23, 24 shots on goal, and they're not scoring goals,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Scoring goals has been our Achilles heel for the longest time.
Yeah.
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 This is a brand new strike force. Yeah. These brothers don't really know each other from a lick of paint. We've got one that's come from Germany. We got one that came from Brentford. We got another one that came from Wolves. They
Mhm.
might have passed each other in a tunnel, but they don't really know each other's game yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we've got I put it to you that by round about Christmas time stroke January,
Yeah.
I think they would have got they've got enough in their locker to bail us out and get us the wins. But
Mhm.
I think we're gonna start putting teams to the sword after like round about January times and onwards. I
I,
think when all these
that's
games start
that
piling up
is
for all these other teams, when they run into Manchester United, what's gonna happen? We're gonna start fast the same way we did against Chelsea. We're gonna blow them away in the first half, and then once we blow them away in the first half, the
yes.
second half we can sit back, and then when we start spraying the ball to the likes of Mbumo, to the likes of Sesko, these men are going to be in trouble.
Thank
Guys,
you. Thank you. I
hello,
know Doctor
everybody.
has an opposing opinion. Hello, Doctor.
No, I'm not I'm of an opinion that it's all right. It's
Okay.
okay. We've
Okay.
heard the math. And then why? You're going on and on. We get it. We have XG. Nobody cares. All we want to do is win the game. Everybody's head is
As a
hurting.
fan, yes, all you want to do is win the game, but there is also some perspective that you can gain.
No, perspective. You realize you guys have spent 30 minutes just chatting it up about stats and
Doctor, breathe.
you see now I'm choking on my food.
Oh no.
I thought
why?
she was just. I thought she had a cold or something.
Yeah,
No.
you do sound like you have a cold, Doctor.
No, it's my chicken. It went down the wrong way. See
Oh,
what you've
no.
done to me? You see, I knew you. I knew you were reading the chat. And you know very well you're not gonna bring Riri in because you know what she's gonna say.
No, I'm gonna bring Riri in next. I just wanted
Bring her.
because you
No,
called
bring her.
me, Doc. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
I
Doc.
called your phone because I was like, I don't know whether you're just ignoring the chat.
No, I'm not ignoring. There's an order. People came in. I wanted to respect that. That's all. I know.
You need a timer. You need
Okay. We'll
and
bring you
don't
in
blame
next.
OVS.
Let me finish up with Bali Tech. Okay, then we'll bring in Doctor. But like, yeah, okay. So where were we, Bali Tech? We were talking about like the fact that like time will tell where we are. If you look at the thing that the table that I was showing at the beginning of the stream, in the last couple of years, like you can see that we didn't have a high XG after 5 games, and it's not a surprise that like it's been horrible. And if you look at the last time we had a decent ending to a season, it was I think maybe might have been Ollie's last when we were third or something like that. And
Yeah.
that showed, you can see from the table the screenshot that I showed earlier, that like, you know, there's a correlation. There's a direct correlation. Now I'm not saying being top of the XG charts right now we're gonna finish first. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying there's a little bit of hope that you can get from this.
But if we're still near enough the top of that XG chart come the end of the season, we will be in a reasonable position for where we're at as a club right now. And this is the thing: it's easy to judge players that just come off pre-season, a few games into the season. Notoriously, Manchester United have been, even under Fergie, even our best of times, slow starters to the campaign. Like the stuff that Liverpool is doing right now, winning 5 out of 5. We never used to do that shit under Fergie. And Fergie won so many titles. Fergie won far more titles than any of these managers you're looking at now. Yeah. And he never used to win 5 out of 5 in the early days. He'll take some losses, he'll take some draws and whatnot. And then
the league
it takes a while.
The league starts in January. He said that.
Yeah. And then we start getting into the groove. When there's going to be, we've got a few things working in our favor. And those things, when they start kicking in, and the Man United fans, we're watching other teams play football, kill themselves week in, week out, and we're just coming with our one game a week. That is going to be the sweetest factor, because we saw an example of this, last week, when Chelsea went to face Bayern. And Bayern gave them the what for, and then when they came to Old Trafford and they had to come to Manchester, they didn't want to know, because that fast start is what hurt them. Their manager got scared. Their manager started making all types of crazy substitutions. Why? Because he didn't want a hiding from Manchester United. And that is what's going to happen. He's not going to be the last manager to start making crazy subs. Yeah, and for people to start making excuses, oh yeah, it's because he took this man off and that man off. No, it's because he foresaw a smashing, and he said, "Nope,
No,
not today.
today.
We're gonna shut up. We're gonna shut up shop, and that's what's gonna be happening."
Bali Tech, thanks for this perspective, brother. Always stick around if you can. Maybe at the end we'll all talk as a group. But I want to hear what my sis Riri has to say because
Put
I'm
put
sure.
put put that picture up on the main screen. That's my face looking at you right now.
Let's speak more on it, sis.
Let me ask you a question. Are you trying to build this channel or just demolish it? I honestly want to know at this point.
Talk more. Talk
Are
more.
are
No,
you like legit self-sabotaging
no, it's
your
not
stream?
sabotaging. It's just me.
No, no,
sharing
no.
my
I'm
opinion.
asking you a question. Listen, I'm asking the questions because I'm not sitting here and talking about fucking numbers for the next 2, 5, 6 minutes. Nah.
Okay. All right. No, the channel, the intention is to grow.
Okay, so if the intention is to grow, one, you streamed earlier and forgot to stream on YouTube. That's one.
That's on StreamYard. I've done so many streams, and all of a sudden,
Okay.
that
So
was
now we're gonna blame StreamYard for this.
yeah.
Then 5 hours later, you decide to go live and start with that.
But that's what was on my mind. I gotta share with you.
Yeah, but nobody cares what's on your mind. It's stats.
No, Riri, I spend my time researching, trying to look deeper.
Then you wasted your time. You need to call. You need to call Balitech personally, and you and Balitech can have a 3-hour conversation on XG, X rated, XXY, whatever it is that X is in. You and him can have it. Nobody else wants to have this conversation, bots.
Look, you don't. Maybe it's because I study statistics. That's why, maybe I'm drawn to numbers, and I'm like.
But that is what I'm saying to you. You need to find someone that you can literally call on the phone and have a conversation. Do not bring it to your platform. Because you will lose your viewers. I have people literally texting me on the side being like, yo, what is bots doing?
Hey, this is a fan forum place, and any fan can share what they're thinking.
Yes, and some of your fans are texting me privately to complain about your statistics right now.
So tell them to come in and hit the link and let's talk. So another stats side. Okay, we can put stats aside. One reason why I still back Amorim, Riri, is because I'm just fatigued of chopping and changing managers. The higher
but
culture is just not what
I'm
exhausted.
So Aubrey,
go ahead.
I'm going to call you by your government. Aubrey, like your mother. Aubrey.
Go ahead.
If you feel that way, you have a right to feel that way. You don't need to come on here and prove why is it you feel that way with a bunch of numbers.
No, Riri, I'm not proving. I said this at the beginning of the show that this is why I think about it this way. This is why I believe in Ruben Amorim.
So you decided to get up in front of the class.
I'm not here to convince anybody.
So you decided to get up in front of the General Assembly and give a 30-minute thesis on why is it you want to continue to back Amorim.
You know, Riri,
when nobody in the General Assembly asks you to do this.
I think I could have gone another 30 minutes.
I think you could have.
But where do you stand? Do you back him or you don't back him?
So in the beginning of the season, I said I will give him 5 games. And out of those 5 games, he needed to at least
By
win.
the way, it's not Aubrey, guys. Riri, I don't know where she gets this name from. But my name is Botswana Papi. I don't know where she gets it from. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's not his name. I was just messing with him. So What was I saying? Yeah, so I was saying when the season started, I said I would look at him for these first 5 games. I'm not counting cups because this fan base, when we were winning cup titles, this fan base was like, we're not a cup side. We need to win Prem. Da, 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 da. So I said, okay, let's not count the cups. So I count just the 5 games in the Prem. And I said out of those 5 games, he at least needed to win 3.
Mm.
So
And he, yeah,
he won 2.
yeah.
And that Fulham game, based on your XG, in the first half, we should have had like 4 goals. I do not put that at his feet. I put that at our strikers and our tens and the players that had those chances and did not convert those chances. He can't be on the pitch and make them convert chances. So for now, he's on a stay of execution where I'm concerned. He needs to win back-to-back games. So because I have to wake up 7:30 Saturday morning, we need to beat Brentford. We then need to take that win and go to Sunderland and beat. Is it Sunderland?
Yes, Sunderland.
Yes. We need to take that win and go to Sunderland and beat Sunderland and go into the international break.
So,
But
well,
for
you
me
start
right now,
considering-
he is literally on a stay of execution. If he
So,
continues to get
uh-huh.
the in-game management wrong based on his favoritism, he has to go.
Okay, okay. So it's two games that you're basing it on: Sunderland and Brentford. So if that's a possible maximum 6 points that he can get, if
Right.
it's one win, one draw, where do you stand?
That would depend. That will then now come down to his in-game management. Because if his in-game management continues to be shit, which it's been shit with his substitutions and the players that he plays, then yeah, we have to start looking for someone else. Because
See-
it shows that he is another manager that has favorite players and cannot make the hard decision to yank them when they're doing shit on the pitch.
Okay, okay. So I hear what you're saying, and what I'm a support that with what I've been saying the last 45 minutes, which was we are creating chances of high quality, and we just need to finish those chances. And once
I said that in my initial conversation about the 5 games.
once we have a higher expected goals on target, Riri, once our XGOT is higher than what it's been, you'll
Once they put the fucking ball in the back of the net, bots, we will be fine. Yes.
Okay. But at the end of the day, the whole point for me is like, because some people are still sort of like you sounding like you're on the fence, right? You're like more closer towards Ruben Amorim out than in. Correct? Am I correct?
I wouldn't say I'm on the fence. What I'm saying is
No,
I
you
am
are on the
saying
fence. You're
no,
not.
I'm not. No. I am not on the fence. I am not on the fence. What I am saying is if he continues with his because it's a twofold situation. You have a manager who is stubborn and doing what he thinks he's doing, and then you have players who are on this pitch that we're paying significant amount of money for that are not doing what they're supposed to do. So it's a twofold situation. So it's not like the players are doing what they're supposed to do, but the manager is the only one doing shit. It's on both sides. It's on both sides of the spectrum that we are having issues. We're having people who we bought that everybody kept saying they were prem proven that came in here and can't put the ball in the back of the net in 5 games.
Okay.
So it's a twofold something. So in that regard, I cannot say that I'm on the fence. What I'm saying to you is if he continues his in-game to be shit with his in-game management and continues to show favoritism when he should yank certain players when they're not producing, then yes, he will have to go, because then that tells me that you're not willing to,
Your favorites, basically.
right, you have favorites and you're not willing to yank those favorites even when they're doing shit on the pitch. And that is not that for me as a manager is a problem.
It's a head scratcher because other than Mason Mount, I really don't know who Ruben Amorim is really fond of. Like who you would
Shaw, are you
Okay.
serious?
Who else? Who else? Other
Luke Shaw,
than- okay.
that Pillsbury doughboy that he plays every single game.
Well, Licha is not available, and I hear
And the
you.
only reason Delo is not playing is because Delo is injured. That's
Okay.
the only reason he's not playing, and we all know this.
All right.
His constant need to play Harry Maguire or sub him in when he's coming off the bench.
That one is something I'm yet to figure out as well as like why. But I feel
Okay,
it's
so you asked me for a couple of names, and I've given you a couple of names.
I mean, you said Shaw and Mason Mount.
You said Mason Mount. I said Shaw,
Okay.
Maguire, and Delo.
Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see. The thing about it is the way you put it is like he's consistently playing people. He's doing what Eric Ten Hag used to do with Rashford, even when a player.
But he is consistently playing Shaw when Shaw's been shit.
So who goes in place of Shaw? That's the
He
question.
consistently played Delo when Delo has been shit.
Mhm.
Like I said, the only reason Delo hasn't played is because he's injured.
All right. All right. I hear it. Fair point, Riri.
I
Big
would
up.
take if we have Maza, why is it we can't start that back line can't start with Euro on the left, Delit in the middle, and Maza on the right?
Maza wasn't fit at the beginning. He just
I am talking right, but Shaw's fucked up a couple of games, bots. So
Sure.
since Maza's been back, why is it we cannot have Euro on the left, Delit in the middle, and Maza on the right?
All right. All right. I hear you. I hear you. And I agree with you in terms of like he needs to improve his man management. He needs to improve his game management, specifically in-game management.
His in-game management is shit.
Sure. Okay. All right. Now point.
Now take down that numbers off the screen because you're gonna make people leave.
I'm gonna take you off, sis. Guys, if you're just tuning in, big up yourself. Let's hear from Peter. Peter, what do you say?
Yo.
All right.
Hey, nothing much, man. Sorry, couldn't speak
All good.
5 minutes ago. So
Well,
yeah, I mean, Shaw plays because there's nobody else there. So I don't know what's the problem with that. The problem is his shit, but we have no other solution.
You can say like, yeah, he made a couple of mistakes, but like if Licha was available, then it's a different conversation. What Riri said that made me like be like, what happened to Aiden Heaven? Is he around? Is he injured?
I mean, I think he was injured, but he's back for the last 2 or 3 games.
Okay. Well, we should see because he's
with all due respect,
good. Yeah,
I'm not starting a 19-year-old who played 5 games in a season where my future. I'm talking about from the manager's standpoint.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna start Luke Shaw, even though I want him gone because he's not reliable. He's always injured. But I'm not gonna start an inexperienced 19-year-old in front of Luke Shaw. If Licha is here, that's a different conversation.
That makes sense.
If Licha is here, no one starts. No one starts.
Even if Shaw makes a mistake, because that's Riri's qualm right there. It's like Shaw has some sins from this season.
Okay.
Why does he?
Okay. Arsenal game. Did he do anything wrong?
In the
He
Arsenal
actually locked up Saka.
Yeah, in the Arsenal game.
Him and Chelsea game. Did he do anything wrong? Burnley game. Anything wrong? Fulham game. Yeah. You can say he's at fault for the. I mean, not him. Like my fucking cat, bro. almost.
Hey,
But
in
yeah.
the City game, bro, he was nah. In the City game, also he was.
I
he was
didn't
closest
mention
to
the City
Haaland.
game.
Yeah. Okay, you didn't mention the
Didn't
City.
mention the City game
Okay. Yeah.
because the good games overcome the bad games. It's only one bad game and 3 or 4 good games.
Okay.
So we always look at the negatives, but we never talk about the positives
Sure.
because we have agenda-driven opinions, and that's it.
Hey, I had to drop a bomb for that one. Okay. So now we know that Peter is Luke Shaw FC confirmed.
No. Did I mention that?
No,
I'm
here
Licha.
you are
I'm
defending
Licha
Luke
FC.
Shaw. You know.
No, I'm not defending Luke Shaw.
You said one bad game and then like superseded by all the other
Bro,
good games he's had.
I'm not Luke Shaw FC. I said I want him gone. But
Okay.
who I'm gonna play him? Aiden Heaven. He's also
Sure.
19 years old. When got couple of bad injuries. 19 years old. Leach as well. Our left center back position has 3 injury-prone players, bro. That's the biggest problem. So if you go in the summer, next summer, if Ruben is of course here, the first priority should be a left center back, bro. A left-sided center back. We have Licha, who suffered 2 major injuries, ACL, and if Licha continues to be reckless, like he was until now, bro, he's gonna suffer another injury in 2 or 3 months. Because you know Licha, you know how reckless he is. You know how
He's
the
got that
2-foot tackle.
Eric buying him that is just like sometimes a bit too overly reckless to the point where
Yeah. Also on this XG, bro, please, like, bro, listen, I'm not a ugly guy, you know,
Okay.
but
Where's this
I have
going?
something in me because when you see me, you'll never give me an XG of pulling a 9 out of 10, an 8 out of 10. You'll give me an XG of 6 or 5.
Explain.
But when I start to speak, when I approach them, when I make jokes, this and that, I pull out an 8, a 9, no problem. So my conversion rate is higher than the realistic XG.
So you're
So what?
outperforming your XG. Is that the point?
Outperforming my XG.
Okay.
So
by today's
doesn't mean
show,
shit.
you have a higher XGOT.
Yeah, but maybe a 6 will reject me. You never know that. Maybe the 6 I'll approach has a boyfriend.
So
Bro,
okay.
this doesn't. I don't care about XG, bro.
Okay.
I care about the goals in the net.
I hear you. But for goals to get in the net, there has to be chances created. And a chance, when it's created, you can always judge the quality of a chance based on the variables that we mentioned about what goes into calculating XG and what goes into calculating.
Yeah, but the last season, as I said, I the midfield, it wasn't a big problem last season for me. The defense wasn't a problem at all.
Yeah, it was.
Give me a second.
No, the last 4 years, our problem has been the quality of finishing.
Yeah, last season with Garnacho, with Højlund, we missed some big opportunities. But this season, we brought in a new attack, and of course, the chances created will be better from an individual standpoint. We replaced Garnacho with Cunha. We replaced, who was it on the right 10? It doesn't matter.
Anthony, whoever.
Anthony Rashford. Yeah. And we replaced Højlund with Šeško. Šeško, who in the 4th minute should have got an assist against Chelsea if Robert Sanchez didn't tackle
Take him down
and got a red card.
Mm-hmm.
So from an individual standpoint, of course we'll create more chances, but the conversion is still shit.
Okay.
We have the 6th. I think we're 6th highest goal scoring team in the Premier League. If I'm not wrong, we're 6th.
Let me double.
I think Šeško scores this weekend, bro. Like,
come on.
We cannot afford 007, bro. We cannot afford James Bond, bro.
Yeah, we've scored 6 goals.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. He can cast the next James Bond, but we don't want that Bro, we don't want the 007, bro.
We don't want another 007 agent
No, no,
with
no,
us.
no, no, no.
No, but I think that's the for me, Peter. That's the next step. There's a couple of things that Ruben Amorim should be working on. Like, say for example, Mbuma had he was one of the most prolific crossers in the season last season in the Premier League last season.
Yeah, but this trio, Cunha,
But he's
Mbeumo,
not
and
crossing this
Šeško,
season. So how do we get him
he
cross more?
he was on set pieces. He was on set pieces before. I don't know why did Amorim remove him? He assisted the goal against Fulham.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, he's playing with Ahmad, who is always Ahmad runs it like a headless chicken with Mbeumo. I love Ahmad. Ahmad is my second favorite player in this club.
Oh,
But they
okay.
always
Behind Bruno, who's your favorite?
Bruno, no. Behind Kobe.
Okay,
But
okay.
that's a yeah. They always bump into each other. Ahmad is not making space. You know when Dalot is playing, he just goes to the just drives to by the touchline,
Mm-hmm.
and he's making space. He's overlapping, as the scholars would say,
Yeah.
and that gives space. They're not double teaming post. They're not double teaming Mbeumo. But that's a real reason. But that trio we got hasn't started a single game in the Premier League. So
Yeah.
I need them to start. I watched some training videos. I saw that those 7-a-side games at
Yes.
training.
Yes.
I saw them playing together.
Okay.
So Šeško, Cunha, and Mbeumo. So I think they'll start on Saturday. So I need them. So I need bro. I need a convincing win. Like with us, it's never easy, bro. We can never relax.
So Peter, if we get a convincing win on Saturday, we get a win versus Sunderland. Where does that move you in the Ruben Amorim out spectrum or in spectrum?
I'm not Ruben Amorim out.
Okay.
So, sometimes I say the nastiest words for Ruben. Sometimes I support them. So I'm not Ruben out. Like I don't the thing for me is you can see that he really wants to overturn this club and to bring it back to the past success. He really wants to turn us to he wants to wake up the sleeping giant.
Yeah,
you can see the desire.
and
That's the
he
thing
will.
that's keeping me Amorim. Not the XG, not the XA, not the XP. I don't care about that. I care about the results. The results are shit, but I can see that he wants to, like, you can see him. You see when he has like his hands are tied with blood stains with this.
Yeah.
I've seen him multiple times, bro. He's eating his knuckles, bro. Like he's chewing on his knuckles out of anger, bro.
I hear you, Peter. You know what? For me, the metrics say that things will fall into place soon. So,
bro, listen, Sunderland and Brentford 6 points, and then I'll get giddy, bro. Liverpool, I'll get giddy.
come on. Big up, Peter, yo. Big up, my broski. Let's see how we do this weekend. Doctor,
Hi,
you there?
how are
Doc?
you? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I don't know because my head hurts. I'm tired, and I just sat through like 45 minutes of yapping. I could have done stats in university, but I didn't for a reason. And you just made me thank God.
Okay. So but what are you saying though? What are you saying about the Ruben Amorim?
I don't give a
Like,
shit.
where
All
you-
they,
Hmm?
I don't give a shit. They need to figure out how to get the ball behind the net, into the net. That's all I care about. Win the game, score the goals. Joe, don't be spilling my business out there, okay? Please don't. You just came in and missed an hour and a half of yabbity yabbity yab. I'm tired. What I care about is just win the games. At this point, I'm tired. you people have the chances. Why are you not scoring the goals? And Ruben, stop being stubborn. Make the right choices. You know what to do. Mr. Thick Thighs can't save a shot or do anything. It's still on the pitch. I don't know why. Well, we know Lisandro Martinez is not there. Who I think might come after Lisandro might. I don't know. It looks like I don't know how far he is into his recovery, but hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe might come on for Liverpool. I do not know because it's after the international break. If anything, he'll come on. He'll do minutes for Liverpool. But then again, Liverpool is one of those very high intensity games. I don't know if Ruben wants to kind of risk that whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, so wow, but you really did us dirty, you know. And if I had known, I would have just shut up and not said stream loud. Why did I say that?
Get out of here. No. I don't even know. Wrap up. What are you saying, broski? Wrap up. You there?
Fuck stats, yeah. Fuck stats, yeah. You hear me? Fuck all these bullshit stats.
Okay.
Yeah. All I want from Amram is stack them wins onto the next one. The man is in arrears. He wants to keep his job. Keep stacking those wins. Good performances, stack those wins. Fuck all this XG, XT, XP, XL, all that nonsense. Yeah? I'm tired of
It's
that
very
bullshit.
simple. It's very simple. XG,
No,
OT,
it's not simple.
quality of finish.
You don't play the
XG.
game on paper. Secondly,
XG is the quality of
secondly, secondly, the way those stats. Guess what? I've done stats as well at college. I did stats as well at college, and the way those stats are collated is bullshit. What's considered a big chance? What's considered a chance? It's a whole lot of gobbledygook. So, fuck all that. Amrim, stack them wins. That's all I care about. And then secondary, performances. Right now, you ain't got all this. Oh, you can't present this to Ratcliffe. Oh, XG, we're doing this and we're better than this team. Where are you on the table? Oh yeah. I'm working hard. I'm training with my players. I'm training with my players, but I'm in the place.
Bro,
I'm serious. Fuck these stats.
We've played 3 potential title contenders in our first 5 games, and we have the highest quality of chances created in the league.
It don't matter. That's not the test. I said to you before, stop mentioning the big 6 teams. That hasn't been the test for the last 2 seasons.
That title contenders,
they're not the test. They're not the test. Forget them. The test is the middle ground teams and the teams that may be trying to get into scrape into it. That's the test. These big teams are just like cup finals. The players always get up for them teams. That's what it is. Or unless there's at the end of the day, sometimes they'll get they're not what's the word? They're not on the same level as like City. They're not really on the same level, but they always try to get up for that. Always try to get up for big City. So there's no point mentioning them. No, the test is what's it? Brentford, then Sunderland, and then whoever's after Sunderland, we forget Liverpool because that's like a cup final. Yeah, that's like a cup final. Whoever's after Liverpool, that's another test. The teams we're supposed to be are the test.
After Liverpool, we have Brighton.
Yeah, we need to beat them because they seem to dunk on us every season.
So if we beat Brentford, Sunderland, and Brighton, you're gonna be Ruben Amorim in.
No, no, no. It's not Ruben Amorim after a few games. I remember I told you again, I don't get giddy like that. Has to be a body of work. A body of work. People are so have
That would
instant
be 9
gratification these
games. That
days.
would be almost
A
10.
body
And I think
of work.
that's a
There's
proper
50
sample
games.
size.
He's played 50 games. He's
Yeah.
got nine wins out of 32 games. I'm not impressed.
Okay.
That don't impress me much. Shania Twain settings. You get me?
I
It
hear
don't
you.
impress me much.
I hear you. I
So
hear you.
he needs to at least win half the games he has played before I start getting excited. At least. Until then, he's in arrears. Until then, he gets sacked.
This guy will never change. Wrap up never change. Big up to Pav in the building. Pav, what are you saying, broski?
Or I come speak to the XG slut.
No, I'm by the XG slag. Was that what you just said?
No, the XG slut.
Oh, slut. Okay, this
I'm
talk of
glad, and to be fair, I'm glad I joined the stream with only 5 minutes of listening to yours and Valleytech's waffle. So I didn't hear any of it until the last 5 minutes, and I was glad
well, you missed
that
out.
like other people, yeah, I'm glad I missed out, mate. I didn't have to sit there for half an hour listening to you two waffle about stats that don't mean absolutely anything.
Mm. Speak on it. Speak on it. Okay, so what's that other than the goal? Like, are you able to separate performance from results as Pav?
Yeah, but
That's essentially what we're
we
doing.
don't have
Nothing
consistent
bigger than that.
performances. That's the problem. So, what are you separating?
No,
The odd
no, we know the game versus Arsenal. You yourself said we should have won that. I remember
that's
it.
the
Yeah, right.
that's the only good performance we've had this whole season.
I
What other good
disagree.
performance we had? Tell
We
me.
performed really well versus Chelsea. We forced them into an early red card. The game
Yeah,
versus Fulham,
and then almost bottled it too,
the game versus Fulham, we
and
should have
almost bottled it too.
the game versus Fulham, we earned a penalty and we should have buried that penalty. It's a totally different game. So
Again,
really, it should be 4
it's,
wins out of 5. Pav, looking at the quality of chances
but
that
it's
we are
not. It's
creating
not. That's the
in this
problem.
system, but it's not.
It's
But it's
like
not. But
you going
why?
to a bar,
Why
chatting
is
to
it
a
not?
girl all night, and then can't get a number at the end.
So what? Then we gotta look at the reasons why I couldn't get the number, right?
I don't
Right?
know. 'Cause
No, we gotta look at
you just couldn't
no.
get the job done. You couldn't get the job done, mate. That's why.
Pav. You
Bro, I'll be honest, yeah.
yeah.
Listen, it doesn't matter if you're Amarin in or out, because it really, honestly, it doesn't matter. The
Mm.
people that are manager in, manager out, it honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. What will happen will happen. If you get sacked, he gets sacked. The next man comes in, he don't do a good job, he gets sacked as well. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So you're not
At this
tired of the
point,
high and fire culture. I see. I hear you.
nah, bro, because
Okay.
that's how it is. It's how football clubs operate.
You
You're
want a
brought
new
in to do
manager
a
to come
job.
in and say, "Oh, I think I can get the best out of Luke Shaw. Let's see. Oh, I think I can get the best out of
Listen,
Mason."
don't
That's
bring
what's
up
gonna
Luke
happen when
Shaw's
a new
name.
manager comes in.
Do not bring up Luke Shaw's name
No,
when
but
it's
I'm
the man
telling
himself
you,
picking him.
we're starting
No
from
one,
ground zero
no
if a
one's
new
putting a
manager
gun.
comes in.
No one's putting a gun to Amram's head and telling him to play Piggy Shaw, bro. No one's putting a gun to his head. It's his choice. Yeah, Aiden Heaven is fit. Don't want to play him. Maguire is fit. Don't want to play him in the back three with the Lit and Euro. So don't give me the thing about Luke Shaw because he's making mistakes, but this manager continues to play him. So it's on him. But all that matters right now is results. And as long as he's getting results, yeah,
Yes.
because Ratcliffe has already put out there that this squad is good enough to get to Champions League football. So that's him telling you, yeah, in a normal way, if this man don't get Champions League football, he's sacked, more or less.
So yeah. All right. We're in agreement that he has to perform The results will come, is what I'm telling you, because I am looking at the statistics from the
But
first
I'll
five
tell
games.
you now,
Yeah,
a lot of the ex pros, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
a lot of the people who played at top level football won a lot of trophies will
yeah.
tell you this XG stats that you lot like to slag over does not mean absolutely shit. That no
Before
one
they were
cared
on
about
the
it. It's
pitch.
it's it's a little, it's like a little um what's the word? It's a little virgin stat, yeah, for you people to have something over. That XG does not mean absolutely anything. It honestly don't.
That's
XG,
absolutely false.
you don't get a certificate for it at the end of the season. You don't get a trophy for it. It means absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah. The only thing that matters is your wins and your losses. Yeah. At the
sure,
end of the season. Yeah.
sure.
And then
As
obviously
a statistic,
if a player's got a certain
okay,
amount of assists or clean sheets or whatever, yeah,
yeah,
top goal scorer, that also matters for like their personal, that whatever they've done personally over that season, yeah.
yeah.
Nothing else matters, but none of these stats mean absolutely shit.
Of course, no
They honestly
trophies are
don't.
given for stats, puff. But I'll tell you right now, for somebody that like
Real
me,
Madrid, Real
who's
Madrid could
I'll tell you
take
this:
30 to 40 shots against a team in the Champions League final, but if they don't win it,
they
yeah,
don't win
the
it.
manager's getting sacked.
Sure.
Simple as.
But if after playing 5 games and you trying to get an idea of where this team is doing, how they're doing with performance wise, you have to look at stats. You analyze stats, you collect data, you interpret data, and you are able to extrapolate for the future through data. That's what people that work in data and respect data do, right? And I agree with
And
you.
guess what? They've
There's
been
no
collecting
trophy.
this data and we're still shit, bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you're
We're
te-
still shit.
so
And the
are
data
you
is telling us
prioritizing
why.
data?
No, the
Are
data
you
is telling us
prioritizing
why we're
data?
shit. Pav.
Listen, are
They were.
you
You
prioritizing
listen.
data over
Pav.
actual coaching?
Pav,
Tell
look
me,
at
are
me.
you
Look
prioritizing
at
that
me.
data over actual coaching?
No, I'm not. I'm using the data to
Then why are you talking
analyze what
about it?
coaching is
But who
doing.
gives a shit about that data? What are you
Everybody
gaining
that
out of
gives
that
a shit
data?
about the
Do you
coaching.
sit there, yeah, after you've watched the Man United game,
Yeah.
do you sit there,
Yes.
right,
I'll answer
like
you and
sitting
say
there
yes.
analyzing the
Yes.
data or actually
Yes.
analyzing why we lost?
Both.
Because the data don't mean shit. We
Both.
could sit there, pound a team, yeah, throughout
Uh-huh.
90 minutes and lose the game. What's that data done for you then? Go out the next week and still lose another game. What's that data done for you?
That data helps you interpret a situation, Pav.
That data don't
I
tell you
can't
shit. That data
use the
tells you
stats
you
test.
could.
Okay.
That data tells you that you've lost again. There you go.
I hear you.
The data's told you you've lost again.
I hear you. So okay, so if we beat Sunderland, we beat Brentford, is your opinion gonna change or you need more?
Brother, I'm not changing my opinion unless this man gets a Champions League football. The only way that he keeps his job for
Okay.
me is if he gets a Champions League football at the end of the season. No Europa League, no Conference League. Champions League is what he needs to get. I've heard all this shit. He needs goal scorers. He's been given prem proven goal scorers, not even goal scorers, prem proven players who can get assists as well, right? He's
Mm,
been given a up and coming striker who he does not know how to use properly.
mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
he's got a midfielder sitting on the bench who don't get any game time because he wants to, just constantly use Bruno in that midfield. Doesn't use his players properly, bro.
I hear you, Pav. I hear you. I hear you. You said Champions League spot or bust. And
Yeah,
you know
the thing is, if he gets the Champions League,
that you're
like
saying
he should be,
top five
it's
or higher.
money. It's more money for us to improve on the team. But if you
Sure,
don't,
sure.
then you've got to look at the situation that when you're looking at the likes of Adam Wharton, Baleba, now the Anderson guy from Forest, these players are prioritised Champions League teams over us.
Okay. I hear you.
Baleba's already being linked to Liverpool. Adam Wharton was being linked to Liverpool for about a year and a half. Yeah, that Anderson, no
Mm.
doubt will go to like a City or somebody. I know we got in Bremo Cunha when we didn't have Champions League football, but it's not going to be that case every time for every player.
I think you're underestimating
Baleba
many
said yes to us
people.
now this
Yeah.
summer, but we didn't get him. What if a Liverpool come in, or an Arsenal come in, or a City come in and said, listen, we'll match whatever Man United's giving you, plus more bonuses than the Champions League football. Come to us.
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Pav, respect, bro. I gotta also respect KG. Also just went live. So I want to say big
So
up to, yeah, big up to you. Thank you for calling in. Let's wrap up the show with Bill, and but first let's see. Wait, let me bring in Bill first. Will let the op talk after. Sorry for nearly disrespecting you like that, young puppy.
You're all forgiven. All forgiven. I'll act like I didn't even see that.
Right, nice. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Yeah,
But
nothing happened. Just like that
so,
30 minutes earlier.
yo, thank you for saving the show, Elia. I was like going and going, and nobody was seeing it. I was just on
I
Twitch.
guess because I followed you on Twitch, I had got a notification on my phone
Yeah.
for like the first time I ever seen it. So I guess it was just by chance that I just said, let me just open it up. Like, and you wasn't on the YouTube, so I'm here like, and then the titles are matching. I'm like, okay, you got people typing in here, the time,
Yeah.
all of
No,
it. I'm here like, I don't know what's going on, but let me just message bro real quick.
I appreciate that. But anyway, where do you stand on this stats conversation?
Yeah, what we talking about?
We're talking about.
I just knocked off. I'm pretty new to what's
Okay.
going on.
First of all, do you ever like basically the beginning of the show was just us interpreting stats of expected goals on target versus expected goals.
So it's basically what you were saying before, like in your the first attempt.
The summary is that
Okay.
our quality of finishing has let us down. That's why we have a low XGOT, right?
It's just the main character syndrome with our team. Everybody wants to be the main character, don't it? We saw it where in the Chelsea game, I want to say, who was it? Ahmad could have just slipped it to Sasko and saw whatever happened from there, but that was the best chance. But no, I don't know what he was thinking, but he just dinked the ball over to back post, the shortest player. But yeah, it's just decision making, and yeah, it's really just down to the decision making, really, and playing as a team, not having that main character syndrome, having to do it all by yourself.
Do you get the feeling that we will improve given the past 5 games that we've played? Like, do you get the feeling that the team is playing well, and it's just a bit of time till we click as an attack?
It kind of all depends though, because you see how social media reacts to certain situations and stuff, and these players are literally watching social media. You can tell.
Yeah.
Because I can even say with Bruno, why did you try to slip me in Sasko for that one opportunity?
When
Like,
Ahmad
when Ahmad was open.
Yeah.
It's because of the 007. I'm gonna only assume that because you're trying to get him his girl, which I respect. But let it just come naturally. Don't force the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just comes down again to that main character syndrome, like,
Mm.
and that's what's really keeping us behind.
I hear you.
When it comes to actual, like, but that's player talk. But yeah.
But then
we move to the manager, like
when you're on the manager now, are you like, where are
that
you?
guy is a coward. That guy is a coward. He's scared.
What is he scared
What got
of?
a name for guys like him where I'm from? It's a real bimput. Like,
is what?
It's a real life bimput. I ain't even gonna tell you the meaning of what a bimput is, but you just never want to be a bimput. Isn't that right, Anand?
All right. Let's dig it in.
Hey, you got the greatest player ever on your. Hey, respect. Respect.
What is this? And then what is this picture? Look
at the greatest player ever.
That's a picture of your future manager.
Okay.
Get out of here.
I think he still needs time though, but hey, I wouldn't mind that.
Well, so you're gonna disrespect your future manager like that? I think
Did you not hear what I said? I was very respectful with it, actually.
How much more time does he need? He's been managing for how many years now? He don't need more time. Bring him in.
I would give him another year or two, like,
Nah, bring him in.
When Kai's ready, he's ready.
Nah.
Just to give you a time.
Ready.
When Kai is ready, he's ready, and I feel like Kai is.
He's
Hey,
ready.
Kai's
He's
there,
ready.
Anna. Kai's
He's
ready,
ready
Anna.
right now.
You know,
He's ready
Kai's
right
ready,
now.
Anna. Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
talking about Rooney. I'm talking about
Kai's
Wayne
Rooney,
Rooney.
Anna.
did
Yeah,
you guys
Kai
hear
Rooney,
Rooney?
Wayne Rooney, Rooney.
Did
Yeah,
you hear Rooney saying that like the reason why they gelled really well is because they were playing PSP together as in a team?
yeah, I did see that actually.
So maybe
Team bonding,
team bonding. Maybe that's what-
even with Vidic being what we call yeah.
Don't say it. I got to say million. And then
Yes, boss.
listen, bro. How's Maresca doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah, you happy with Enzo Maresca and the way things are going?
I'm happy with Anderson Maresca, yeah.
Okay. Do you think right now? I heard that Cole Palmer surgery. I heard Enzo Maresca talking about Cole Palmer surgery. Is that really happening?
No, he said he doesn't need surgery. He said he
Oh,
hasn't been told that he needs surgery, but he was injured. But even if that happens, it is what it is. We go on.
okay. I just hope that Cole Palmer FC goes down the drain and you guys don't like actually kick off. But you already know that this is not you.
What is your team called? Is it Bruno FC? What are you guys?
No, we're not Bruno FC.
Yeah, what FC are you? Because you've been failing for a long time. So
get out of here, bro. Guys, I want to say this. Whether you believe in stats or not, the good days are coming. The good days are coming. The good days are coming. Back to manager is how I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna forward everybody to KG's Reckless Sport. He's on right now. Let's go say Football Power Hour raid. And big up to everybody that called in and everybody that hit the like button and also was in the chat. Much appreciation to you guys. We out of here. Football Power Hour.